Just working in the garage. Feel free to post comments, but I probably honestly won't be checking them a whole lot. I'm just going to be putting along on a new project, so whoever plugs in here is going to get an exclusive look. Hope everyone's doing well. I'll check in occasionally, but otherwise I'm just going to be, I'll just be working here. All right. So the new project, sorry, it's hard to talk with the headphones on. The new project is a camper shell, so a smaller project. And that's what we're working on. So right now I'm just working on the framing, gluing together the cedar columns. All right, guys, let me show you what I'm doing here. Good evening, guys. So we're building a new camper project. These are the columns right here that will run around the perimeter. Let me bring this over a little bit here. So it's hard to imagine, but the columns will be going, well, vertically up around that to form the perimeter. But when I laminate the cedar, I can create pockets like this. So this particular column piece will fit in that far corner, and it will direct like that. And then across the back, I'll have another piece that will actually fit into there like a piece of joinery. It'll of course be glued and it'll be reinforced, but the whole frame in every location I can will be put together in that way. All right, so let me move this back over here, and let me see what would be best here. Okay, let's come over here. All right, so I'll just be kind of cutting some pieces, going back and forth, but assembling these. So these are obviously the unglued portions, but this is how I'm assembling them. So sometimes I'll put markings on things. The height differences, this hole is not perfectly centered, so I want to orient it in certain ways. So this is, I'm going to use this as a template because the same 1-inch piece will connect all of these. Evening, my friend. What's your temperature up there? Ugh. Warming up a bit, but freezing Thursday. Ugh. I'm not a huge fan of the cold. Not a huge fan. Almost got to be impossible to move around at those temperatures. All right, so I'm gonna clamp them together, but let me just show you guys what this is. Oh, sorry, darn camera thing here. Let me show you guys what our end product of what we're trying to achieve here might make a little more sense. So this will make up the back wall framing for the camper. Keep in mind this is just a shell, so this is going to be a real short one. We have our arrow orientation up. This will be one of the rear side columns. And then this would be a middle column along the back wall here. Okay. Oop, let me take this off, show you guys here. Might be a little easier. So this is the general platform for what will be the shell. So back here will be the back wall, okay, for orientation. So this column right here will be that corner, and then this will be a second column going down the wall. There will be another second column and then a corner column, so there'll be a total of 4 columns down the back wall. But I cut these mortises, well, I didn't cut them because I'm laminating the, hold on, I'm doing this one hand, bear with me guys. Because I'm laminating all of the boards together or gluing them together, I can create the mortise. So everything will be tied in. I'll use glue, of course, and mechanical fasteners, but that's a way to keep it nice and strong there. Let's go this back up. All right, and then after, so you guys saw me attach them all. I'm gonna clamp it all together. This is gonna be a little shell camper, so not a full truck camper. It'll be a shell for like the back of a pickup truck. It'll be very small. It's just a compact little shell there. We don't need extreme pressure, just a nice little bit of pressure. And get a little squeeze out. Wipe that down. We'll give it a once over sanding on the side that has the a potential for cosmetic. We'll leave the other one rough. That's fine. So this is the corner one. This is the potential cosmetic side. Gave that a little sand, but the side that will be attaching other stuff to, it's very even. It's just a little rough and discolored from the glue, but that's fine. We'll just leave that one unsanded to save us a little bit of time. Dave, do you have a sketch for what you're shaping? No. Let me try my charade skills and I'll try to describe it though. So it's going to be a shell, just like on the back of a pickup truck. So the truck campers have a floor and they're kind of a self-standing unit and they slide in, but a shell sits on the bed rails of the pickup truck. So I think we're just make sure we're all on the same page there. And so the general shape is going to be this, is the sidewalls are going to be about 24 inches tall. This particular, it's going on a newer model Chevy Silverado. That height will extend just a little bit above the roof. Now the harder part to describe though is the roof is going to have a arc side to side or east to west. And I did some work on it yesterday, double checking, make sure everything should work, but I'm doing something different with the roof this time. And I'm going to create a nice hooping arc, you know, like a true arc on the roof. And what I actually did is I cut a 1/4 inch ply, and once I get this walls built up and I get a little platform around the top, I'll attach that 1/4 inch ply, but I cut it just a little bit long, so it will. So when I flex it together, it will form an arc onto itself. And then underneath, I will laminate together a central column or a central beam section that will have a perfect match to the arc. So yesterday I did some rough mock-ups, bending that plywood just to see if it seemed like it would work. Of course, I didn't build the full thing, That was just a kind of proof of concept on a couple things, and I think it's going to work fine. There's a few unknowns, but if it does work out well, it'll actually speed up the build process quite a bit. Um, I think the arc, it's always, if you can always get that natural arc just through the natural bending of a material and instead of trying to manipulate a shape, it always comes out more natural and organic. So yeah. Anyways, it's a little hard to describe, but come here in a few weeks, you guys will see what I'm talking about. So all right, I'm just gonna get back to working here, but we just clamped these bad boys together. Those are the ones that I just assembled in front of you guys, and we're gonna let that dry for about 30 minutes. And let's see, what do we got to do next? Okay, I think we're going to come on over here. All right, let's see. I just want to make sure we're looking at what I can see you guys are looking at. Okay, so what you guys are looking at here is what would be the front of where the camper will be. Okay, so these two going back are the sides. So this piece right here that I'm touching, this will go away. But right now, this is just a place setter to make sure that this is lined up just right. Fortunately, the truck that this is going on to, I had made some rough measurements, and I had built just kind of a C-shaped box to sit on top of there. And we put it on his truck, and the way the bed of the truck actually, not because it was damaged, but just because of how it was made, it actually tilted in. It was only about a matter of like an inch and a quarter, but so I had to kind of adjust the platform for the shell and put it together. Dave, have I checked out landscape? And I mean, yeah, landscape would be best, but it doesn't seem to work. Let me rotate this around and see if maybe something's changed since last I tried. Yeah, it says orientation is locked. Rotate your device back. So I don't know. Let me try something. No, that's not what I was trying to do. Yeah, Dave, I don't know. Maybe I'll Google it after. I just don't. I think maybe you had mentioned that before. I apologize. I don't know. So I apologize, guys. For now, it is what it is. So. Okay, all right, so I'll just be back and forth taking some measurements here. All right. Alrighty. So we need cut some more. iPhone. iPhone's what I have. Thanks, Dave. All right, let's see. Okay, rip some boards here. Sometimes this cedar will pop into a curve like that when you roll in there, so that's why I get that one is a little rough to cut through. That's funny. All right. So, figuring out what the door width will be. All right, door width will be 34 and a half wide. Troy, I don't know why you can't comment. I don't know if something's going on. I'm getting some comments. I'm not sure, buddy. All right. So this piece here is going to cover or go side to side across the whole bottom half. And just like I created those pockets for a tenon, I will create a pocket on this one for a column that will go up from either side of the doorway. So the part that has 3 boards, so that full width there, that will be the doorway, and it will sit like this, and then there will be a piece that goes up like this to connect in, but we'll use a mortise and tenon like joint to tune all that in. Inch and a half. Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good fit. That is a good fit. All right. I hope I'm explaining it in a way that's understandable. All right. Just Type Bond 3 is a type of glue. The container is just a glue dispenser. right. Oh, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it. So we're going to glue up this piece. If some of you guys are just joining, you can see the mortise there. And this long slot will be where the doorway is. So this won't be the column that's used there, but it's the same idea. You can see the tenon on there. Now this is not meant to be fit in the same way, so it's not going to go all the way down, but let me do this. So you can see, I hope it's showing up in the video there. So you can see there's the tenon. And that slides right in there. So again, this is not the column for this. This is just used as an example, but this is the column that will go up from the bottom of the doorway. The joinery makes it not only stronger, but it frankly, almost more so than anything, it makes it a lot easier to assemble. It's very helpful, but it does add to strength. It just I think it's an overall better way to do it. And if you're laminating things, you know, you might as well, because it's pretty easy to fit them in. We're going to clamp this bad boy and let that do its thing here. Do one more check for straightness here. That's another advantage of laminating or gluing together the boards, is you can kind of, especially with cedar, you're always going to have some little twist or turn here and there. It's not just cedar, but usually some kind of a softwood, I guess. And even, depending on the circumstances, some hardwood too. But you can kind of, you guys saw, even when I kind of tacked it together with those bread nails, I could still manipulate it a little bit and get it into place exactly where I wanted it. You know, if you were working on just a solid piece of wood, I mean, yeah, there are some alternatives to straighten it, but you know, you got to go to something a little bit more elaborate. You know, there's not, I don't know, I like it, works that well. Works that well for me. All right. Okay, so now I need to make the columns that will go up. So let me start working on that. We'll just go to about an hour here, so you know, another couple more minutes. Okay. So first things first. All right, guys, we'll call it for the night. You have a good one. Jeff, I'm sorry. Let me see what you're saying here. Have you thought about doing a pull-behind camper using some? Yeah, I have thought about making a little pull-behind camper. Who knows? Might be a future project. We'll have to see. So, all right, guys, have a good one. Let's see.